What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, we have to talk about a potential Alone in the Dark game. Now, I want to talk about my experience with the game, which shouldn't take long, but I want to start with the actual leak. So this comes from the snitch, insider_WTF, on Twitter. No, I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of things right? I mean, this is one of the most reliable and fun. I mean, very cryptic in what what he's trying to say in the tweets. It's kind of like a treasure hunt or, something like that every time they tweet out something. But they said, being afraid of the dark is what keeps most of us alive. And that's directly from the 2005 Alone in the Dark movie. Now, they're not specific, right? That's kind of what the snitch does. Is I think they do know stuff quite accurately, but they just don't want to give the full picture. Again, more of like a treasure hunt kind of thing. So this could be a remake. It could be a brand new game. It could be a reboot, which would, be slightly different, right? It could be any of those, and we just don't know. Now, here's the interesting thing. THQ is having their live stream event this Friday. Remember, they're doing, like a Ubisoft Forward and EA Play Live. They're doing one of those, and they did it, I believe, last year. I think it was maybe in August, or it was in the summer in general, but they're doing it again this year, where we should see, brand new looks at a lot of games. I'd imagine Destroy All Humans 2, even though that comes out in just a few weeks. SpongeBob, the SpongeBob game, I imagine we see that on Friday, which I'm very excited for. And THQ holds the rights. They were sold to them by Atari back in 2018, which is actually hilarious. I didn't even know that was a thing, but they were sold to THQ back in 2018. So they have the rights to Alone in the Dark, and, put two and two together, it seems very, very likely, specifically because if the snitch has been heavily rumored, if they're like a YouTube employee, right, if they can kind of like watch videos on YouTube before they're out, if they're like privated, you'd be able to then potentially see, right, if you went to THQ's website or YouTube channel, you'd probably be able to find, if you know the back end, like this guy may know, and you could maybe watch it. So my quick, here's the thing. This is primarily a news video because I have no knowledge of Alone in the Dark. I just watched some of the 2008, which was, I believe, like a reboot game, and from what I can gather, this game has always kind of been, at least in review scores, mediocre. The highest reviewed score was the first game at a 70%, kind of like overall. And then you keep going, and they just, like, Alone in the Dark 2 and 3 did not do very well. New Nightmare didn't do all that well. And then Alone in the Dark, the 2008 game that I watched, got, like, probably a 50 average, 50 out of 100 or 5 out of 10. So I don't know if this is like a cult kind of classic thing. I bet you it probably is. It seems like the best one was the original. And so it's interesting, I guess, when thinking about bringing it back. I mean, you could just, I guess in a way it would be rebooting the franchise, like just making it again. You could remake the original game if you think it is kind of like, bigger than life. You could just do a brand new one and consider it the starting point, which again, what I think the 2008 game was trying to do. So you could just do that again. But again, I've never played them before. They seem pretty interesting. I've seen people talk very highly of it online, but, again, it doesn't seem like it's been a franchise that has had amazing staying power, but you never know. And then THQ has done some pretty awesome things with Destroy All Humans. The two examples I already said, Destroy All Humans and SpongeBob, they effectively brought those franchises back, Battle for Bikini Bottom and Destroy All Humans 1 and 2, and they did a phenomenal job in doing it. So, if I were to trust anybody right now, I mean, they're a solid choice for it. So we'll see what happens, but I would imagine Friday we get a new Alone in the Dark game. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up, and I hope to see you all on the next video.